Hey there, Charlotte Martin. We back for lesson 3. And in this lesson, we're going to be talking about the past, okay? So we're going to dive on into it. But first, I just hope you are ready. Hope you guys are looking good and hope you are feeling good. Because when you look good, you actually feels good. So that's a good thing. So we want to bring up our level of how we are feeling in this moment. Reason being, because when we talk about the past, there could be some hurtful, painful things. And as you look today, you are out of those situations. You are coming up out of it. And so today, you're looking your best. And I know you are, and you're looking great. And hopefully, you followed along and you actually did the exercise of looking your best, because you want to be able to actually think and remove all the blockage that could probably be holding you back. And what I mean by that, the things that you can't be so thankful or so grateful for in this season, in this 5 days course, you want to be able to look at yourself and say, oh, I am more than ever before. And so that's one of our mottos in this particular lesson tonight, is that I am more than ever before. And you can say that with me. I am more than ever before. I am more than ever before. I am more than ever before. Put your hands on you. Lay your hands on yourself and say, I am more than ever before. Yes, you are. You're more than ever before. You're not your past. You're your now, right? Right now. Whatever happened. I always say that because whatever happened. I make the facial expression. I make the hand gesture because you got to know that it's in the past and it's not the now. I really want you to get that. You are not who you was yesterday. You're not who you was this morning. It's the right now that matters. And that's a whole other lesson for tomorrow, but I'm just letting you know the past can be hurtful or sometimes. And so today we're looking our best. We're feeling good and we looking good and we know we are our best and we know that we are more than ever before. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started with the lesson. And so in this particular lesson, as we look back into our past, we're not only focused on everything. We're not focused on everything that's back there, right? There's some harmful, painful stuff that could be back there. We're not digging it all up. We just want to look back, you know, for this one particular thing, right? And that is your failures, right? We're going to look at the failures, or your so-called failures that you believed as a failure or that you failed at in life. And we're going to dig into that and see how we can be oh so grateful. And how we do that is looking at the lessons that we could learn from and grow from, okay? Because those failures, there was lessons in those failures, right? And so we definitely going to go back and look at those and see what they could be, okay? And I'm sorry, let me just make sure this phone is off. Alrighty, we can get started. I want to share a quote, and it's one of my quotes, and it says, when your past calls, don't answer. It has nothing new to say. When your past calls, don't listen. It has nothing new to say. So, and it doesn't have nothing new to say. The same thing happened. The same thing. It's the same way. It has nothing new to say. So that's why we're looking back at this lesson, so that we could, looking at this lesson as your failure, so we can dig up the lesson and actually look at it with new eyes, with a new perspective now, okay? So we can be thankful. And so, I am more than ever before. I am more than ever before. You say that all day today. You write it on a sticky note and you say, I am more than ever before. I am more than, just put it on your car, put it on your bathroom mirror, put it on the toilet seat. You know you're going to go there, right? Put it wherever you can remember, so you know, and you start getting this image of yourself that I am more than ever before. I am more than ever before. It's very powerful when you do that. It's very powerful when you start putting new thoughts in your mind, when you feed it with positivity, when you feeding it new things and you pushing the old things out. Okay. So lessons, there are lessons in back in there. So one of the ones I'm going to share with you this evening is how I look at one of my lessons and or my so-called failures as a lesson. And you're going to probably hear me interchange the words lessons and failures, because I believe all of my failures was actually lessons, and they not failures. They not failures. I don't look at them as failures anymore. So I look at them as lessons. So if you hear me, just know failures and lessons are the same thing when I use those words for me. Okay. And that's just how I look at it, because I don't want to look at it as a failure. And it wasn't a failure because I had to grow. I had to learn something in that moment so I can be where I am today. And so that's what I did. So I'm gonna give you an example of a story. In this story, I shared it with I Am the Woman, with some ladies in this group, and that I have. And I believe that this is one of the pivotal moments in my life where I was able to be aware of my situation, be able to aware that I wanted something else greater, to be able to be aware that there's got to be more to life than just this, right? So it's a story about me and my family, my kids at the time. I was just going through a rough time when I lost a lot of things, and just going through the rough time. But I was on my way to the grocery store. And my son, who was in the backseat, my oldest son, he was about 6 at the time, and he asked for $1. And of course I responded with, I ain't got no dollar, and so that's how I responded. And he was like, you don't got no dollar. So in his mind, he know we're going to the store. He know we're going to the store. We finna pick up some things. So what do you mean you don't got no dollar? That's probably what his mom was saying. So he asked again. I said, I don't have $1. Then he said, so you only got quarters, pennies? He said, you only got quarters, pennies, nickels, and dimes? And I was like, yes, that's all I have. It's quarter, pennies, nickels, and dimes. And like a little tear rolled down. He couldn't see it was on this side. He was in the back seat, so he was on the passenger side. And a little tear rolled down. And I immediately thought, wow, that's all I really do have. I'm going to the store to get the 2 most important things that I feel that we should never run out of, and that's tissue and soap. So I had the money to get those 2 items, and I'm thankful for, again, my mind. And that's why I want to share, because what if someone can't come back, bounce back? They in a situation they can't bounce back with some thoughts that they could use to elevate them in the level. Even, you're in this situation. I was in that situation. However, my thought process was, wow, I don't have no money. And the tear rolled, and I was going to get in this funk. However, something was like, but you have life. You have breath. At least you have the money to go get these items. And then it just went all the way back. First, you woke up this morning. You placed your feet down on the ground, right? And then you had car keys to go to the store to be able to go get the stuff that you need. Then you had gas in the car to be able to drive to the store. You had your arms, your legs, your feet, your body, and your mind to go and take these action steps. So that's where my mind went. And so I immediately was like, okay, at that moment I was like, okay, I don't want to be in this situation anymore. What can I do different? And I didn't know anything different. I only knew about welfare and the job. And at that time I was laid off from a job that I really didn't like, but that's all I knew at that time. And I knew how to go fill out for welfare. I knew how to ask or borrow and all those things. I wanted to get out of that mode and be able to provide for my family. And again, I thought I was doing it, but again, I'm not in control of, I wasn't in control of the job aspect because they let me go. Okay. And so I learned a lot in that moment. And I was 22, I believe it was 21, 22. I was 22 when all that had transpired. So I'm this young woman, single mother, and this is what I was going through. But somehow, some way, I was able to think myself out of it. And I'm so thankful for that, because then I realized a lot of people wasn't able to do that. See, I already had some experience in my past to be able to think on those things and know that I'm coming out of that. So that's why I am excited to share, because you got to be able to be thankful and grateful for those moments that you have had, because that's the only way that you can grow and learn from it. I would never know that, okay, I don't want to be in this situation. I want to have some dollars for not just when he asks, but just to be able to provide for my family, you know? I just want to be able to do that. That's what I don't want to be in this place. I don't want this feeling anymore. I don't want this feeling of lack. You know, I don't want this anymore. There could be more. What's stopping me? What's my belief about money? How is it that I don't have any right now? What did I do wrong? You know, all these thoughts, you know. So I had to figure those out over time so that I can grow from that place. I knew I didn't want to be in that place no more, where all I had was some change that was scraped up to go get these items from the store, my tissue and my soap. And so I knew then from his statement. See, our kids are a blessing, you guys. They are blessed. I'm thankful for them. But they push us, they move us into a realm where they so truthful and innocent, and they really have this ability to be able to see with different eyes than we do, because we've been just, so we just full of this stuff and fluff, but they are really true and innocent and loving and caring. That's why we should be able to, love and care for them like that. And, of course, as growing and learning, I have been able to do some different takes. I have been able to look at them with different eyes and be like, they have good advice. They really do. They really, really do. They have great advice. They see things differently than we do. And so we should cherish that and be thankful for that. So in that moment, I'm thankful for the change. I was thankful that I had breath in my body. I was thankful that I was able to make a decision that I wanted change in my life. So all that took place, and I'm so thankful. And so I've just learned to grow and learn to love the failures. And the reason why I called it a failure, because if he wanted $1, it's just $1. I should have been able to give him $1, but I wasn't able to. So I felt like a failure as a mother at that time. Okay, that's how I looked at it at that time. But now, no, there was a big lesson in that for me. And I'm glad that now I know that the lessons were lessons and not failures, And so let's move right along. So just know your story. When you find your story, you look at it and you see that it wasn't a failure. Look at those lessons. There could be plenty of lessons. There could be many lessons in that one incident that happened. Or, it could be several over time of what you could gather from that. And so your story is powerful, and your story is not just a failure, it's a lesson, okay? So another point I would like to make, and that's business. Business isn't just business. So even though I'm using it in an aspect of a real business, your life is a business. How are you running your life right now? Do you have the things that you need to run properly, function properly? That's you. You're running your life right now like a business, right? And you got to be a great business owner. You want to be that great business owner where people come and they buy your product. You sell yourself each and every day to your family and friends. The people who want to hang around you and interact with you on a daily basis. Or are you just running a hole in the wall? You look raggedy every time. You go wherever you go, you looking raggedy, you looking like, trash, or, are you looking like class? You get to decide how to run your life. So business isn't just business. It's your character, it's your integrity, it's the way you look. People do judge by the way you look, sadly to say. However, you do want to be clean and nice and neatly groomed, right? And so we can do that no matter what, situation we're in. We can definitely do that. So business isn't just business. Another example I'm going to give you, and one of the things I learned from it was, in business, I lost a lot. I lost a lot of money. It's not a loss. I invested a lot of money However, in exchange, what I take as an exchange instead of a loss, I take it as the knowledge that I gain from that business. A lot of knowledge and a lot of things. So when you're starting something new, you're not going to know everything. You're going to make some mistakes and you're going to fail in some areas, but that's so that you won't repeat them anymore, and you learn, okay, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not going to try to convince someone to partner with me on this venture because they're not business savvy. They're not business savvy, so I shouldn't be sharing information with them about this business, right? And so that was one of the things I've learned. So you got to look at your life in such a way of, you know, this business isn't just business. This is something that I could actually learn and grow from. It's like a still school, you guys. It's still life, you know, that we still have to learn and grow these things. We still have to read books to be better in whatever that we're doing, you know, whatever that may be. We got to get better and better and better. So, okay. So, look at your life. So one of your assignments for this evening is you're going to look at your life and look at how your failures have affected you so far. Okay, that's one thing. And you're going to write all your failures down that you consider a failure. And you're going to see the lessons in them. Okay, look at all the lessons that are in them. And you're going to, you know, write them down. So just like from day 1, this is day 3, we're going to make this list. This is going to help you see for yourself. You're not showing this to anyone. This is just for you. So that's why it's important for you to do these exercises. Because you want to be so thankful and full in life, meaning you have this awareness, this peace all over you where you are excited about life. You feel good about life. You have this energy on the inside that's vibrant and shining, and you just love the way you move and you love everything about yourself. That's what this thankfulness is. So this is for you. This exercise is going to be for you. So you're going to write it down. You know, you're going to date it and write it down. So some of the things that you can write down. Okay. And this is from some previous people that I've done this with in a private setting. And some of the examples were, you know, dating a married man or a failed relationship. So your spouse or someone that you're dated, you know, they dated a married man and they had a relationship. And then the lesson they learned from it was if they are already taken, he isn't for you, or you are worthy and deserve better. She's worthy and she deserved better. And for a failed relationship, so she had she dated a married man and she had a failed relationship. And so for the failed relationship, never tell family about your relationships. That's what her lessons were for her. And she can be thankful for that because now she knows as she moves forward to her other relationships, okay, never date a man who's already taken. He's not for you. And you are so much worthy and deserve better. Okay, she learned that. Never tell a family member about your relationship. So she in this relationship, you know, with her guy, and they not married yet, but never tell family about the relationship. So that's how she can move forward. Another example was business. So this is someone that had a business. You learn from success and failures. All of it is good. Okay, so that's what she learned. She learned from her success in business and her failures, and all of it is good. Children, okay. Okay, so this person said, you know, what she had several children, and what you do with the first one, you did it different with the second one, because she learned from the first one that there's some things she could have did differently. Okay, so now I got this second one, and forbid she has a third one, because he's going to be she's going to be in a whole different space in her life, and where she can train and teach this one a little different because she learned something new and different. So that's how it is. So those are a few examples. The woman who dated the married man, and the woman who dated the business. Excuse me, guys. The woman who dated the married man, she learned her lesson. The woman who had the business and the woman who had the children, they all learned. You know, you see, they learned. It's different areas, but they all learned something. And then yours may be different. You may have learned something else from your relationship. You may learn something else from your business. You may learn something else about your children, you know, from your children. It's all what you have learned from the lessons that you felt like was failures. Okay? Okay. And so, this last point, so that's your homework assignment. And, excuse me, if you still holding on to something, if you're still having something that man, no, I really messed this up. I really felt at this. I really can't see how I can get over this. Or you was in a bad abusive relationship and the person beat your kids. They beat you and they beat your kids, and now you feel like, you know, it was a failure in your life, and you feel like you cannot move on from this because, you know, even though you're out of that situation, but now look at your kids, they've been affected by it, and it's all your fault, and it's a failure. You failed as a mom because you let this happen to them. Well, again, I haven't been in those shoes before, but I can definitely say that forgiveness is a wonderful thing, and you can definitely have the power. You have the power to forgive yourself and let it go. And I talk more about this in my Destiny Breakout, another online course that I have. However, you have to let it go right now. Okay, that failure, you have to let it go. Don't hold on to it. And then say, for instance, there was another person involved in their failure and you failed because of them. No, you forgive that person too. You forgive it and let it go. You moving forward. You're being thankful and grateful. You're not holding on to the end of this stuff. Okay, you want to move past that and be grateful and thankful for the lesson. You know not to do this anymore. You're grateful for that. It happened. Okay, what can I do now? You move on and you move forward and you continue to progress, and you be oh so thankful and oh so grateful for the lesson that was in that for you. You be grateful and thankful for that lesson. Okay, so with that being said, you guys, I don't have much more for you for this one because your past failures, you are in control of them. You have the power to be thankful for the lesson that was in that failure. Okay, you do, no one else, and this is all for you. I am so thankful for you, right? I'm so thankful for this lesson. I'm thankful that you can turn it around for you. Turn your failures around and say, I am more than ever before. I am more than ever before. And the most powerful thing about the words that when you speak them is your belief. You have what you believe. You have what you say. Whatever you're saying, I am not more than ever before, or I am more than ever before, you know. So we have what we say, you know, and you got to feel that and think it. And it's not what someone just called you out of your name a while ago, and, you know, whatever the case may be, that's not you. You say who you are, and you say, I am more than ever before. You are. Now you have this knowledge and this information. It's all what you do with it. I hope that you do the lesson, because this is one of the most powerful lessons, because when you let go of the past and when you move forward, you can skyrocket to better heights, because you're not holding on to it. You're not feeling like a failure anymore. You want to feel like a winner. Right? You are a winner. You are a champion, you know. So you want to have that feeling on the inside of you and not the failure feeling. Because you can't win feeling like a failure. How far can you get feeling like a failure? If you feel like a failure, everything that you do, you're going to be feeling like a failure. No, you are a winner. You are more than ever before. You are a champion, you know. And so that's what I want to leave you guys with. And I hope that energy transferred to you, that you are more than ever before. I hope this energy transfer you to just know that you can let go. You can forgive. You can change your failures, your thoughts around to being thankful for the lessons that was in your life. Okay? I hope you guys enjoyed this lesson. You make sure that you leave a comment, okay? A comment with a picture or a video on my social media site or Instagram, and I want you to say, I am more than ever before. I am more than ever before. Okay, so because I know you're looking real good right now, so just take a quick selfie of yourself, or take a selfie of me right now, right? And you're gonna say, I am more than ever before. I am more than ever before. Hashtag that, and do a video or do a picture, or you can still say the words, but I am more than ever before. Yes, doesn't that feel good? Yes, yes, yes. So you guys have a good night, and thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in lesson 4. Bye-bye.